Yana! I am Elin Reeves and I am standing right here at the Monrovia City Hall in Monrovia, Liberia at the Liberia National Debate held by the Youth for Change here in Liberia. So this entire process, we're going to take you through it with the 4 schools who emerged to the grand finale, and we'll tell you, or you're going to see, who emerged as the winner. So stay with us. Yana!
Team that is arguing affirmative this motion. Ladies and gentlemen, the team is from a region, the northwest region of Liberia. Northwest region of Liberia. And they represent our school. The school was established in 1939 and go by a motto that says, though in 1004, let not Africa be given up. Ladies and gentlemen, the College of West Africa! This county is also from the northwest of Liberia. And this county is represented by a school. And this school has a motto that says, service to God and humanity. And they have a motto. This school was established in 1926. They have a motto also that is similar to Fox's Den in the province of the Lion's Den. There's a Fox's Den and there's a Lion's Den. I don't know what was the one that Daniel was placed into, but look for to see what happened. And the school is no else but the school of the Canada United High School. Let's read the motion one more time. And we'll give the captains for 30 seconds of introduction, and after we go straight into the debate. The motion says, and I quote, this House believes that in a developing country like Liberia, technical education has the potential of increasing gainful employment than university education. I agree yes to this motion. It's Monrovia County, represented by College of West Africa, the nickname, the Fox's Den, and also say no to this motion is opposed to Downtown United High School, is represented from Lima County, of course, that has the slogan or the motto that says the Lion's Den. There is a 210 that's about to clash today. Let's now give the opportunity now to the first speaker of 30 seconds from Monrovia County for introduction. Monrovia County Captain. 30 seconds. Give it up.
Pan-aggregators, co-debaters, opposing team, well-wishers, officials from the government, distinguished one and all. Representing the House of Government, we have come to defend and uphold the motion which states, and I quote, this House believes that in a developing country like Liberia, technical education has the potential of increasing gainful employment. Defending this motion, I have student Alicia C.J. serving as first speaker and serving as the dignitary and captain of Monrovia County. I am Mona K. Cohen, the chemical kabuki, serving as the third speaker and the person who will demystify every acrimonious claim made by team opposition. There is no one else for student Alicia's. Is no one else but student Melinda L. Bongos.
I like your last name, Bongos. And let's see what happens today on the stage. At this time, let's give 30 seconds to the captain of Banta Yala Medley representing Lima County. 30 seconds of introduction.
For the source of the TDEC up to Lima, I recognize all the minds in this board, the adjudicating panel, my co-debaters, and the opposing team. Results. This House believes that in a developing country like Liberia, technical education has the potential of increasing gainful employment than university education. Today, we have come to oppose this motion with pieces and facts and evidence. Serving as ourselves, our first speaker is Mr. Leon Boye, and serving as captain and second speaker student Mobile Legacy Battle. And our third speaker is Mr. Rexon Bulu. Power leaders, distinguished one all, watch out for intellectual clash.
all have the perspective when a graduate of attending university education. So why are they even defending technical education? If it claims that technical education has more gainful employment, well, right at NVDR, why didn't he attend NVDR, but rather he want to go to UMU Stella Maris because he knows the benefit that UMU or Stella Maris has to offer, that is a gainful employment. But technical education don't have more gainful employment than vocational education. Queer adjudicators, with all these facts and analysis, I'm proud to oppose.
That's how the two first speakers ended. At this time, we give the second speakers the similar time to further strengthen their argument. We start with Monserrato County second speaker, Fox's Den.
Before I begin my argument, I would like to refute and rebut several claims and fallacies made by the opposition. First and foremost, panel of judges, I want to draw your attention back to what we have contextualized this motion to be. We say a gainful employment is an employment situation wherein a person gets paid and this pay is self-sufficient. Their pay is satisfactory. So whether you get 42,000 after the end of the month, another person working as computer get 250, as long that 250 satisfy that person, or as long as the 250 is self-sufficient for that person, definitely being a capital is a gainful employment. This debate is not also about how much you gain or how lucrative the fee is. It is not also about how important the fee is. The debate is about how self-sufficient your employment make you to be. For example, if you have a technical student who is a cosmetologist and then the person graduates from a TVS scale institution, the person will go ahead and open a salon. And this, within the salon, they will be an employer of employing people to come and work with them. Right there, they are increasing gainful employment. And this gainful employment is being increased through their technical skills. Para adjudicators, unlike university graduates who will do a chemistry after university, there is no way a chemistry major or someone who got a BSc in chemistry being employed unless the person further advance themselves. So definitely, the person won't be employed unless they advance themselves for additional 4 years or additional 5 years of becoming a medical doctor or even operating a medical center. So rather, there is a hold on their employment rate. Panel adjudicators, this example clearly shows that technical education has the potential to increase gainful employment rate faster than university education. Panel of judges, a recent survey conducted by our team on September 3rd, 2022 at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center indicates that since 2015, 60% of a graduates are retained or employed doing internship. 30% open their own businesses, thereby providing gainful employment, and also 3 gain travel opportunity, and 2% serve as trainer or instructor, and the remaining are unemployed. Panel of judges, similar survey in 2021 shows that graduates from the Net Lab Vocational and Technical Institute have majority of its graduates gaining employment into the LEC, architectural sector, and cosmetological sector. Panel of judges, research from the Accelerator Technical Training Academy in Nimba County indicates that 100% of the students gain employment directly from the company. This fact substantiates our argument that technical education potentially has increased gainful employment than university education. An article from Front Page Africa written on April 28, 2016 states that the University of Liberia put out about 1,950 graduates with a dominant business degree, 1,054 graduates from the Cotton University, and 1,292 graduates from the UMU. This means of total of 4,306 university graduates that were put up by this university. The article further viewed that only 215 of these graduates, amounting to 5%, were employed, while the rest of the students, which amount to 4,091 graduates, remain unemployed, which constitute 95% of the students that are unemployed from the university level. Subsequently, the Front Page Africa in December 2021 wrote similar article, which shows that the University of Liberia alone put out a total of 6,939 graduates in 2019 and 2021, with just 7.3% gaining employment. The rest are unemployed. This empirical analysis, as compared to technical education, shows clearly that technical education has the potential to increase gainful employment than university education in a developing country like Liberia. Panel of judges, be reminded that today's debate is not about which fee of education is more important or which fee has the highest salary, but we believe that today's debate is about which field has the potential to increase gainful employment, which we define as an employment situation wherein the salary is self-sufficient or self-satisfactory. Before I take my seat, I would like to leave this question with team opposition. From the 90s, we have been practicing university education. It has been constituted in our country. And yesterday, we experienced unemployment at the university level. So how will you tell us that university graduate is increasing gainful employment? Thank you.
This motion is discussing gainful employment. And as it relates to salary, that you was arguing that those with university educations are not employed. Panelists, gainful employment does not have only to do with salary as you spoke of self-sufficiency. Gainful employment has to do with safety. Those who work in electrician shop and the lawyer who works within the bank or the accountant who stays within the office, which of them have more safety within their work environment? Panelists, we are not only discussing salary, with the exception of safety, maximum benefit. Panelists, an electrician who just makes $150 per month, and the lawyer who just sit and people come to him, go and plead case, whether he wins or not, they pay him. Which one of them has more gain? Great judges. Certainly, this motion is not discussing or disputing the fact that TVS skills does not give employment. But the question is, do the employment they have, is it gainful, not just on salary, but is it gainful when it comes to maximum benefit? Is it gainful when it comes to safety? Are they still within our environment? Great judges. I'm looking forward to the rest of team opposite, team government to answer that question. Panelists, let me address some issues that he raised today. The define gainful employment just limited to sustainability. That means, for example, if I'm an electrician, if I earn 2,000 or if I earn like 150 to sustain my family, and he says that lawyers' salary will supersede his responsibility. If we are accepting that people salary supersede that responsibility between an electrician and the lawyer, who will supersede that? Mostly, in fact, the electricians, most of them, they get 5 children. Can 150 educate to 5 children? And lawyer who earns $1,500, that you understand that the money earns will carry the responsibility as compared to the electrician which earns 150, which of course, in fact, school fee of this country, like my school, I pay $700 in my school. So if I have 5 children, I'm an electrician, can that 150 that cater to 5 students in $700? But with the lawyer who makes $1,500, I'll be able to cater to the rest of my students. So even while accepting sustainability, still those with university education will still supersede those with technical skills. Panelists, you also talk about how is it increasing gainful benefit. We're not disputing that their whole argument that someone's just how those with technical skills they get job. The issue is again not on the job they get, but how gainful is the job they get, not just on the issue of salary, but safety, benefit, and sustainability also. And the issue of the aircraft that he raised, he argued that those who aircraft skills are technical skills, but do they go to NVDC to get aircraft school or do they go to university? It is university that get education from the motion is saying university education and TV education. Those with aircraft skills go to university to acquire education. So in that means it is a university education that they have, and that gainful employment is more as compared to those technical skills. He also argue about self-employment. That is, if I go to BD salon, if I go to cosmetology, I open my BD salon. Great judges. Do you also know that I can go to university and do law and open a consultancy field to employ people? I'll be still self-employed, but I may will get BD salon, or I can get BD salon, and the may will get law field. 2 of them will get more money. How much do you get for a BD salon? I can still self-employed with university skill, because if I do law, I can open a law firm and do consultancy for people, and I will still get money. And that money I get, all the benefit, the comfort, the relaxation will be more than the electrician who, if he goes to the pool, in that time you will fall down and die. Great judges. With that. And also he spoke of those with chemistry skill cannot survive except they are employed. Great judges. If I get a degree in biology, I can open a sanitation company and do sanitation awareness, and I will still get money as compared to those with TV skills. Panelists, now he asked a question that I need to address. He said, for the 6 states or up to present, technical skills are being employed. That's why we're not disputing the fact that they are not employed, but how gainful is the employment?
Honorable adjudicators, co-debaters, listening audience, Akriti all. Today's debate is about which field has the potential of increasing gainful employment in a developing country like Liberia. Before summarizing my team argument and points today, allow me to report the misleading information given by team opposition. It's disappointing that team opposition itself doesn't understand the motion, so they are basically taking key for employment to be salaried. Now let me tell you, a lawyer can make 2,000 and more, but if his responsibility and needs outweigh his salary, definitely he is not gainfully employed. A tailor can make $2,000 a month if his need and responsibility doesn't outweigh his salary. Definitely he is gainfully employed. Now today's debate is about which field has the potential of increasing gainful employment in Liberia. Looking at university education, if you go EMU, become a medical doctor, the year you will take to advance before being an entrepreneur that is opening a clinic, it will be longer than that of a person that is acquiring a TVR knowledge. That is, I can go to MVTC and become a tailor. Right after 2 years, I can establish my tailor shop. I can employ 10 persons and pay them. Once that salary meet up with their needs and responsibility, they are fully employed. While the doctor will take 8 years to specialize, coming to establish a clinic, I have already given more than 50 people employed. I already given more than 50 people work in Liberia. That is Steve skill has the potential of increasing gainful employment rate in Liberia.
Gainful employment involves safe working environment, maximum happiness and satisfaction, environment that respects and appreciates diversity in jobs, comfort from jobs and etc. Judges, team government came here, misquoting my first and second speaker, telling us that today we left today's debate only with salary. Not so. This is why we say gainful employment. It does not only contain salary, but also contain gainful employment, maximum satisfaction, and so forth. Let me move into my rebuttal. Now, judges, team opposition came into today's limiting today's debate about the importance and job opportunity. Judges, we are not disputing the fact that they do not have access to opportunities or job, but the fact remains is which one of them are more gifted than a friend, which of course my second speaker made mention about lawyer and that about electrician. If you look at those two people, you will notice that a lawyer is more gifted and employed than the electrician.
Now, let's compare the safety, since you have taken the argument to safety. A man that is working in a mechanic shop has a suit that he wears that protects his body. He has glasses to protect his eyes from any accidental incident that may occur. Also, in a tailor shop, a man in a tailor shop is sitting in a comfort zone. He's comfort. He's doing a work. As long as he's satisfied doing the work, it's a comfort zone. A man in a salon also, he or she is comfort doing the work. So it's not about your characteristic is fake. In a sense that a person in a salon can be safe while doing their work because plaiting hair or making people don't have anything difficult to do. So your characteristics has a problem. You have to remodel that. They also talk about TVEX education or technical education not having impact on society, which start around their argument. We told you that a fashion designer has a great impact on a society because the clothes that they sew and the improvement they do in a society, the contribution they do when it comes to employment, these are all impacts they do on employment from my first speaker argument.
Today, this motion was just focused on one thing that both teams were just going back and forth on, that is gainful employment. Government on the other side says that we limited gainful employment to the lucrative or how prestigious is the fee. We did not limit the prestige of the fee. That is salary. We did not just focus on salary, but we gave you the full characteristics of gainful employment. And they were arguing a lot that technical skills employ people. Then the question is, the employment they get, do they read all the full characteristics that makes gainful employment? We're not just saying that they are employed, but their employment, do they read the full standards or the full characteristics that relate to gainful employment? No. Not judges. We're not also disputing the fact that those technical skills are not important. But when both people are employed, whose employment is gainful, not just on sustainability or on safety, but on maximum benefit, also the kind of enjoyment they get from the panelists. It's crystal clear that we have won to this debate, and team government have lost it. Congratulations, Lima County.
Let's now have the first speaker for Bone County.
Resolve. This House believes that Liberian voters, most especially first-time voters, only consider instant benefits in their political parties before voting on candidate. Opposed to this motion with me, I have with me student Sam Layton, and I have with me student Antaka BK Kulaku, and I am student Robert Kulaku Jr. in the capital of Bone County. Watch out for the class. Thank you.
I recognize our media team, people who have followed Liberia national debates in their year, Heritage Media Team, we want to recognize you.
Panelists, for first-time voters are the ones who are mostly characterized by inexperience and lack of knowledge on electoral processes and as well logical decision-making skills. As such, they go for tribal affiliation, empty promises, money, and random decision-making. As a possible alternative to this, for these problems that have been identified, we as in government has come up with a model that fits well into this debate. That is the electoral reform scheme. Our model today seeks to obligate the government of Liberia in collaboration with the ECC and NEC to implement effective training in all 15 counties of Liberia that will educate voters, most especially panelists, first-time voters, on the significance of why they are voting and how they are to vote. Also included in this training implementation, we will be teaching them on how to assess their candidate qualification, validate leadership record, amongst others. Judges, this policy will make it very difficult for some people who forge, steal, or create false identity. This policy will also help us to resolve the error that may happen to individuals who bear the same date of birth of someone else. This model is a possible solution because it has been introduced into several other countries around the world, which include Gambia, Ghana, and so on, and it has been working effectively for them. In the year 2014, it was introduced by Angola, and today this policy has worked effectively for them. Before moving voters from one point to another was a common problem in Angola, and now it has worked effectively for them.
Great choice. Coming down to second speaker or coming on down to the government into this debate, they talk about travel affiliation as an instant benefit. This is a question to the government. Why do we give our benefits a very clear for travel affiliation? Travel affiliation is now instant benefit, but rather is another factor that influences the first-time voters' choices before voting or presidential candidate. Great choice. In today's debate, the top President George Weah was fully based on instant benefit in political parties. That is clear. My second talk about legacy and manifest and because of change. Great choice. My general of the people cannot vote George Weah because of instant benefit, but because based on his legacy, based on manifestos, which is his legacy that carried Liberia to the world. Great choice. If you want to do the 2017 election, one of the first-time voters, if you ask them, why are you voting for George Weah? Me back, I'm voting for George Weah, he will bring mercy in the country here. Is that because of instant benefit? No. It's because of all factors. Parents. Today, they talk about 2005 election, which is the 2005 election where the members said that is our time. Parents. One of the things my second speaker talk about, which based on ethnicity, talks about gender. Parents, what are the women for them because of gender, not because of unity party or affiliation? That's what we need to get clear. Great choice. Diving to the last figure of the government, she talked their figure about child affiliation is an instant benefit. And this is a question, why do they benefit from child affiliation? Parents, the only story of the 2017 election, President George Weah won all 14 counties except Lofa County. Why? Because his opposition was from Lofa County and Joseph Bala accumulated about 2.6%, which is because of his ethnicity. That's where he comes from. Parents. Today, to further extend my team's argument of being more sorry, firstly, my first speaker talked about ethnicity, empathy, and religious affiliation are factors that influence Liberian football, who are the first time footballers. Points. Let's look at religious affiliation or religious consideration. In one county, if you look at the senatorial election or the chairman senatorial election, majority of the first time followers based on the Eastern background voted Muhammad Hassan, all because they are of the same religion, which is the Islamic religion. It was not because of Eastern religion or political party. But the matter of fact, Muhammad Hassan is an independent candidate, so he doesn't have any political party. Points. Now, talking about ethnicity, great choice. Think of one example. From 1847 until the end of October governance, those people or those leaders that rule abroad, the people considered as American, Liberians, or people considered as Congo people. So based on ethnicity, so I may believe people that say this person is from one family, I may vote for them because of ethnicity. Great choice. Now, coming into my first goal when we talking about empathy, great choice. First and foremost, we see a kind of middle of 18 or 24 years old for people who experience their first time voting. Great choice. For example, the first and foremost, we say, me back, I can't go to bed because the woman is too far. I let far from people in it. It's not of Eastern behavior or political party. No, it's because of empathy. Great choice. Now, coming down to my second speaker, I want to talk about family suppression. Great choice. And my first speaker said, if one family in our house, in our neighborhood, of fathers of prayers his two sons. Told them that they should vote for Chocolate Man all because tax is caring. And they said they wanted to duplicate it. And he said, if you dare vote for George or if you vote for this party, we need your value food, you will live in your house. In that case, would that a friend would consider instant benefit or would you consider family suppression? That's something we will get clear into this dispute. Great choice. Today, in today's debate, the more position the government talk about individually, and we made it clear that US voters or federal voters from the age of 18 to 12 or 15, 18 to 24, these are people that are literate and they evaluated. And my second daughter talked about a girl from CGMA who said that I will vote for a candidate who values education instead of instant benefit. No, because she wants education to be valued in our country as well. Great choice. With these, I'm proud to oppose. Thank you.
Mohana Tulahana. He is the most valuable player for the 2022
position for the 2022 Liberia National Debate Championship campaign is
and when the extra marks are provided, several kind of reasons which the judges agree with, that we are here reasons to die. I would like to say, Lehman County has been inner post. This is the action.